all know about drones, but let us learn of some new surveillance techniques that could make anyone paranoid. What was once a far-fetched conspiracy theory has now turned out to be true. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at 3 recent discoveries and what questions they answered, or in some cases, created. Drone disguised as a bird found crashed in Somalia. A crashed drone was found in Somalia, but it was not your ordinary recreational device. This drone was disguised to look like a bird. The drone was painted all black and spotted wings on either side to appear bird-like. With further exploration of the device, it is clear that the wings were purely for looks. They did not aid the device in flight, as the drone used small propellers to fly. The makeshift wings were programmed to flap like wings while in the air. Upon investigation, locals seemed to be in consensus on the device's origins. Their leading theory is that it was employed by the Somalian government. Locals within Somalia point the finger at the Somali National Intelligence and Security Agency. It seems that the department was hoping to perform some stealthy surveillance when something went awry. Why would Somalia use bird-like drones? It is currently unknown as to exactly why the drone fell from the sky or to the nature of the surveillance. The drone was discovered on May 1st, but its origin or its purpose has not been verified. Many have attempted to compare the contraption to the various bird-disguised drones you can find online. However, the efforts have been to no avail. No online seller seems to be selling the drone that was found in Somalia. This further encourages the idea that the drone was specifically devised by the government of Somalia, which still leaves us with a mystery as to why and who. China takes surveillance to new heights with flock of robotic doves. This discovery is eerily similar to the revelation made in Somalia just moments before. China has become more brazen in its approach to surveillance, but when a suspicious drone was found on the border, it took everyone by surprise. A small white drone was found to be the size and shape of a dove. The device was far more advanced than that found in Somalia and incredibly well disguised. The drone was nearly indistinguishable from a flying dove when in the air. The drone can be seen to mimic the flapping of a bird's wings while in flight. To make the drone even more indistinguishable, it even performs spontaneous dives and turns while still in midair. Upon further investigation, it was found that the drones used by China accurately replicate about 90% of the movements of a real dove. They are also extremely quiet. The drones create very little noise, which makes them even harder to distinguish from an average dove. The drones are so advanced and lifelike that real birds have been seen flying alongside them. The mechanism within the drone that facilitates the movement of the wings is composed of a pair of crank rockers powered by an electric motor. This allows the wings to deform slightly when moving up and down, which makes the flight pattern more realistic. Professor Li Yashao, a high-level radar technician at the National Defense Technology Laboratory of Radar Signal Processing in Xi'an, said the drone's movements were so similar to a bird that it could fly undetected past even the most sensitive of radar systems. However, when the contraption crashed to the ground, the truth became clear. Now, China is not even attempting to hide its actions. There is evidence that over 30 military and government departments of China are using these bird-like drones all across the country. The area that is most aggressively surveilled with these drones seems to be the Xinjiang region in China's far west. The area borders China's neighbors, and it appears that China intends to supervise this area to maintain its stronghold over its citizens. This area has been notorious for separatist practices, and these bird drones seem to further prove that suggestion. The region and its residents have long been aware of the government surveillance, but the robotic doves take this supervision to a new level. Anonymous sources claim that these drones are extraordinarily widespread. According to these insiders, the code name for the drones is simply Dove. Song Bifeng, a professor at Northwestern Polytechnical University in Xi'an, seems to be a leading figure in the surveillance program. Song is a senior scientist on the J-20 stealth jet program, which has been attributed to the bird-like drones. Song has since been proudly recognized by the People's Liberation Army, China's military, for his work on surveillance drones. Contrary to popular belief, according to high-level sources in China, this technology is newly developed and not widespread. Yang Wenqing, a professor at the School of Aeronautics and a member of Song's team, stated, "The scale is still small." However, she did not extrapolate on what they consider small. She does continue, "We believe the technology has good potential for large-scale use in the future." Needless to say, the Chinese government is openly admitting to using these bird drones. Remarkably, they go to the extent of explaining that they plan to expand this program in the future. A researcher involved in the Dove project claimed that the new program aims to develop a new generation of drones that could evade human detection and even radar. During the early stages of the program, an experiment was executed in northern China where the drones were set to fly over a flock of sheep. Sheep were used as they are extremely capable animals with a keen sense of sight and hearing and are easily spooked. The experiment was a success as the flock paid no attention to the drone flying above. Each drone is equipped with a high-definition camera, GPS tracker, advanced flight control system, and an extensive data communication system. Specially designed software helps to counter any jerky movements to ensure the most lifelike movements possible. This LA startup is building tiny injectable robots to attack tumors. A medical miracle has been achieved in Los Angeles, California. Doctors have managed to create a microscopic mechanism that can be loaded with cancer-killing chemicals that can be injected straight into a tumor. This precise method could potentially save millions of lives and families. The tiny injectable robots work as a vehicle for the chemicals used to break down cancerous formations. Since these chemicals can be highly destructive, it is important to avoid contacting healthy cells with these chemicals. These microscopic injectable vehicles make this possible. The device is roughly the size of a breadcrumb and uses magnetic forces to steer through the body. Doctors on the outside intend to direct the machine to the source of a cancer hotspot and deliver the precise amount of antidote. This discovery could very well be a revolution to modern-day science as we know it. It has only been used so far to treat cancer, but the possibilities for the future are endless. What was once a seeming science fiction fairy tale is now being tested in hospitals around the globe. While it has not been used on the general public yet, it is moving to clinical trials in 2023 and is showing a lot of promise. The now famous Bionaut Labs have been able to take credit for their invention. Michael Spiegelmacher and Aviad Maisels are the co-founders of Bionaut Labs. Together they created the company in 2016 with a mission in mind, and they have not let up since. The company was founded with this sole intention in mind, dubbing themselves a remote control medical micro-robot startup. They very well may be the first company to see the technology used to treat everyday patients. The Trailblazers were granted $20 million in venture capital funding and employed technicians with previous experience in microscopic robotics and other precision manufacturing. They recognized the potential of their idea when studying the technique of current cancer treatment methods. They found that most drug treatment is facilitated through diffusion within the bloodstream. This creates a litany of complications as it requires a high dose to maintain its composition for delivery to the afflicted area. Not only that, but it also means that the entire body must feel the effects of the chemical pumping through their bloodstream. Spiegelmacher realized the pitfall of this method and stated, "We wanted to just figure out a way to get there, to the afflicted area, instead of flooding a body with therapeutics." But what do you make of these discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments section below and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.